I'll be late tonight, so don't wait for me for dinner. And make sure the house is cleaned up too.
Again? It's been like this lately. Is it really work?
What are you trying to say? I'm working for us. As a housewife, you should just look after me without questioning me.
I'm trying to do exactly that, but being pregnant, I honestly have my limits. I wish you'd consider my situation even a little.
I don't want to hear about limits. You're the one who's pregnant, and it's not like I can take your place, so complaining isn't fair.
It's not complaining. I'm just asking you to cooperate with me as a couple.
A couple? I'm already doing enough for us both. I'm paying the mortgage and earning our living expenses. What more do you want from me?
Dave, I want us to prepare for the baby together, and I want you to be there for the birth.
I already told you that's impossible. Do you think I have time for that? Giving birth is your job.
Yes, I'm the one giving birth, but is it selfish to want you there with me?
Yes, it is selfish. Besides, I have work. I can't take time off for something like that.
Something like that? I can't believe you'd refer to our baby's birth that way.
Then what do you want me to do? Like you, I don't have time to be at home.
Could we at least have your mom come? I need someone to be with me during the birth.
Oh, don't involve her. Her legs are bad. It's cruel to make her come from so far away.
But my parents are coming from far away too. That's how much they care about us.
Don't compare your parents' situation with hers. She has her own life.
Okay, got it. But if that's the case, can't you help out a little?
What help? Me earning money outside is enough help. You're responsible for everything inside the house.
But I think a home is something we build together. Don't you think so?
I'm doing things my way. If you don't like it, do whatever you want. If you have someone else to rely on, let them do it.
You don't have to be so cold.
I'm not being cold, I'm just stating facts. Instead of complaining to me, think about how to be more efficient.
Fine, but I wish you'd consider my feelings a bit more.
Enough! Stop messaging me. I'm tired.
Hey, why didn't you tell me? Not letting me know such wonderful news.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, don't be so secretive. Congratulations on your first baby. I'm so happy the baby arrived safely. I heard it's a healthy boy. I wonder who he looks like. I've been looking forward to having a grandchild. Dave said he was thrilled too. It'll surely be such a lively household.
Michelle, let me ask you.
Actually, since it was premature, Dave told me to leave you be for a while due to health concerns. But I just had to share my excitement.
Sure. But might there be some misunderstanding?
A misunderstanding? That can't be true. I'm sure Dave said he named him Daniel and that it's a boy. Or is it a girl?
So he told you I gave birth?
I understand you're busy after giving birth, but I gave $30,000 as a baby gift. Not even a word of thanks makes me a bit sad, you know.
Pardon?
I know you're busy postpartum, but not getting even a thank you from you is disappointing.
Wait, what do you mean by baby gift? And such a large sum.
Oh, right. I was told to keep it a secret. Just pretend you didn't hear that.
Michelle, listen. The baby hasn't been born yet.
What?
The due date is 3 weeks from now.
Wait, that can't be. Dave told me 2 days ago that although early, the baby was born healthy.
That's when he went on a business trip.
No way. He even told me he was present for the birth. Is the baby really still in your belly?
Here, this is my belly right now.
You're right. The baby seems to be still in there. But I was so sure. After all, I saw a photo of him holding the baby. I could even see what looked like a hospital room in the background, so I never doubted it.
There was really such a photo?
Yes, without a doubt. When I saw him smiling while holding the baby, I was so moved, thinking the day had finally come for me to become a grandparent.
This makes no sense. And about the gift you mentioned earlier, how did it happen?
He said he wanted to do everything possible for the child and asked for money. He even said he wanted to give the child the best education, which got my hopes up.
He says such things? But 30,000 is such a large sum. It must have been difficult to prepare suddenly.
It certainly wasn't a small amount, but I had an inheritance from my dad and husband. It was money I'd been saving to use for my grandchildren. I thought it was for the baby, but now I feel betrayed.
Oh gosh. I'm truly grateful for how much you care about the baby.
But your baby hasn't been born yet. I gave money, but I can't understand what Dave is thinking.
I don't understand either. But if that photo you saw was really his child, everything would make sense.
You mean he had an affair and had a child with another woman?
I feel the same disbelief, but it's true that he often seemed uninterested in me and our baby.
Why do you think that?
Whenever I try to discuss the future, he only gives vague responses, as if he's not serious about it at all. Also, for about half a year now, he's been coming home late and having more business trips.
Ah, I see. I live far from you guys, so I feel frustrated not knowing what's really going on there. I'm sorry, I should have paid more attention.
It's okay. I understand you're going through a lot, with Neil passing away just 6 months ago.
Thank you. Still, to think that boy would have an affair.
Do you believe me?
After seeing your belly photo, I can't doubt it. Besides, I know you're an honest person, so I don't think you'd lie.
Thank you. I'm sorry for telling you about his infidelity.
You must be hurting more. I'm sorry, I must have raised him wrong.
It's not your fault, Michelle. And when I think about how he deceived you out of the money you were saving for your grandchildren...
I'm furious that he'd use that money as he pleases.
I'll start investigating him a bit now.
You're heavily pregnant, so you shouldn't move around too much. I'll handle the investigation.
But you live far away. Won't that be difficult?
I actually have many connections. Don't worry, he said he'd come show me the baby in a week, so I'll figure something out by then.
Got it. I'll try to casually ask him about the baby. To think that just before our long-awaited child is born, he had a child with another woman. I'm Sandra, a 33-year-old housewife. My husband, Dave, works for a major corporation and is indifferent to everything except work. So I tried to convince myself he wouldn't have an affair. But after talking with my mother-in-law, Michelle, I'm certain he has betrayed me. I want to confront him immediately, but without evidence, he'll likely dodge the issue. From now, I'll be patient and suss out the situation. I hope he slips up soon. Hey, I need to talk to you about something important.
What do you want? I'm swamped with work right now.
But it's about the baby. I was thinking about asking your mom to be there for the delivery. Is that okay?
Absolutely not. She lives far away and her legs aren't in great shape. I'm not putting that kind of strain on her. Don't drag her into this.
But my parents live even farther away and they've already said they'd come. Wouldn't you want to see her grandchild too?
I already told you, her health isn't great. And she doesn't have the energy for something like this. We can take the baby to see her after it's born. There's no rush.
But isn't it natural to want her to see the baby as soon as possible? Especially since it's her first grandchild. She'd be thrilled. And I'd love to share that moment with her. You told me not to bother her as she's busy, but it's been so long since we last talked. I'd love to tell her about the baby myself.
She's not well enough for that kind of conversation right now. Can't you be more considerate? I get that you want to reach out, but now isn't the right time. I'll make sure it happens when the timing is better.
Fine. Then you'll be there for the delivery, right? At least, if you're with me, I'll feel a bit more at ease.
I already told you that's not possible. Work is too busy. I can't just take time off whenever I want. You need to face reality a little more.
But isn't it ridiculous to use work as an excuse for everything? A baby is only born once, and you can't even take 1 day of leave? I can't believe it.
You have no idea how hard I work, do you? I'm not home because I'm busting my back to support us both. The least you can do is understand that.
You're always coming home late, traveling for work, and barely spending time with me. You know I'm about to give birth, right? Is it selfish of me to want you by my side?
It's work. What do you expect me to do? You're a housewife. You just stay home. That's your role. I wish you'd be more considerate of me. You should be grateful for what I do.
I am grateful for everything you do. That's why I want us to support each other more. I want us to plan for the baby and our family together.
Hearing this from you is surprising. I work hard every day for you and our future.
You're rarely home, and it feels like you don't care about the baby at all. It's making me anxious. I've always wanted to trust you, but my anxiety has been getting the better of me.
Not care about the baby? That's absurd. I'm always thinking about you and the baby. You're completely wrong about me.
Really?
Of course. You and our baby are the most important things to me.
I can trust you, right? You'll never betray us.
Why are you pressing this so much? What's going on with you all of a sudden?
Nothing. By the way, Michelle asked me recently what we would like for a baby gift.
You didn't ask for anything, right? You better not have.
Of course not. I never make demands. I didn't ask for anything.
Good. Just make sure you don't. Don't contact her at all.
It's been so long since I've spoken to her, and I'd really love to see her in person. Don't you feel the same?
I told you she's busy. She has Bible studies, volunteering, and other things on her plate. Don't make unnecessary demands on her.
But she told me she really enjoys talking with me. I'm sure she'd make a little time for me. And it would be so reassuring to talk to her face to face.
She's just being polite. You need to understand that making requests like this will only burden her.
I guess you're right. I wouldn't want to waste her time because of me. If that's how it is, I'll let it go.
Good, as long as you understand. Is that all you wanted to talk about? I've got work to do, so I can't keep chatting. Don't bother me, okay?
Wait. Actually, I want to talk about the baby's name. I think it's time we decide together.
The name? Sorry, but can we talk about that later? Once work settles down, we can take our time with it. I can't deal with it right now.
All right. We'll talk about it later. I'm thinking since it's a boy, maybe Daniel would be nice. What do you think?
Wait a second. Why that name?
Oh, you don't like it? I just thought using your middle name would give it a meaningful connection. It's just a suggestion.
Well, I mean, never mind. I like it. Actually, it's a great name.
But if you're not sure, we can change it. There's no rush to decide now.
I said it's fine. You're overthinking things. But seriously, don't contact my mom. Please, don't do anything unnecessary.
All right. Don't worry. I won't do anything. But I can't help feeling like I want to thank her personally. I really want to see her someday.
Mom, I told you I was coming over today. Where did you go? Mom, where are you? You told me to come and show you your grandchild.
I'm with Sandra right now. She's so close to her due date now. I'm so excited for my grandchild to be born.
What?
So whose baby are you holding then?
Who else but hers?
Oh, really? When did I give birth? I mean, my belly is still this big, so it couldn't have been me. There's a baby here, yet your story doesn't add up at all.
Sandra? What are you saying?
I'm here, letting your mom feel my belly right now.
See? You can feel the baby moving. Oh my, the baby just kicked. Such strong movements. I can't wait for this little one to arrive. But what am I supposed to believe now?
Wait a second. Are you two really together right now? Oh, that can't be true.
I told you. Of course we're together. I'm as shocked as you are.
You must be panicking in your mom's living room holding a baby. Do you still want to deny it when it's all caught on camera?
I'm not holding any baby. What kind of twisted joke is this?
The camera in the living room has a clear shot of you holding the baby. Did you really think I wouldn't find out the truth?
Why is there even a camera installed?
Because I wanted to see your reaction while holding someone else's baby. Your expression when you're hiding something is quite amusing.
That baby's name is Daniel, isn't it? I was shocked when I first found out about him, but now it all makes sense.
How do you know that?
Michelle told me. She said you were discussing baby gifts and planning to use the money for your affair partner's child. Today's the day your lies finally caught up with you.
So that's why you suggested the same name? You already knew about my secret son back then, didn't you?
If Michelle hadn't mentioned the baby gift, I might never have known.
I told her not to say anything to you.
Whoops, my bad. But thanks to that, I figured out you were cheating. How dare you bring your affair partner's baby to me?
This is a friend's baby.
You just admitted it was your secret son seconds ago.
Oh, I was joking. It was a prank.
The evidence is already in.
I have a friend who runs a detective agency. I asked them to investigate everything.
All those business trips and late nights? Lies. You were holed up at the other woman's house.
Can't you trust me, Sandra?
Impossible. If I trusted you, we wouldn't be in this situation.
And by the way, your workplace is where your late dad used to work. His former colleagues didn't hesitate to tell me all about you.
So it's all out in the open now.
Why did you cheat?
It's not like I dislike you, but after reconnecting with Kat, I stopped feeling anything for you.
Who's that woman?
She was my high school classmate. We reconnected at a reunion a year ago and realized we were in love.
So you started a physical relationship and even had a child with her. Are you out of your mind?
This burning passion can't be stopped by anyone.
Ugh, ew. Gross.
You're over 35. Do you even realize how ridiculous you sound? Do you even understand that you cheated?
I struggled with it at first. My boss hooked us up, and I felt bad about divorcing Sandra. Plus, she's pregnant. I knew I'd still have to pay child support even if we divorced, so it wasn't an easy decision.
That's what you struggled with?
Shouldn't you have hesitated before cheating?
Honestly, trying to understand how your mind works is just exhausting.
You'll never understand my feelings.
I don't want to understand someone who betrayed me and plans to raise another woman's child.
When a woman I've loved for so long says she wants my child, how could I refuse? Besides, she threatened to expose the affair if I didn't give her money.
So that's why you lied to me and demanded $30,000? Did it never cross your mind that she was just after your money?
That's not true. She loves me.
You didn't find it suspicious that she asked for such an absurd amount?
I just didn't want the woman I love and her child to go without. That's why I gave it to her. And Mom says she wanted to leave her inheritance to her grandchild, so it's fine.
I wanted that money for Sandra's child, not someone else's.
It's still your grandchild, isn't it?
Oh, shut up. A person who cheats and hurts others isn't my son anymore.
Oh, come on.
You've only yourself to blame. Michelle was deceived after all.
I'm still your only son, aren't I?
Oh, don't get cocky. Sandra has always been kind to me, keeping in touch and caring about me.
You're an important part of my family, so of course, I care about you.
Oh, how sweet. Unlike Dave, who never calls and couldn't even muster any sadness at his father's funeral. You're a disgrace. We'd be better off without you.
Isn't that a bit harsh?
Do you even understand how furious I am after you tried to pass off your affair partner's child as Sandra's?
I tried to minimize the pain for everyone. This was the result of much deliberation.
You deliberated the wrong things.
You sound like a tragic hero. Are you planning to stay stuck in your teenage delusions forever?
Well, now that it's out, there's no helping it. I'll leave Sandra and live with Kat.
I was planning on that too. But don't forget, you owe me alimony and child support. At least $150,000. Pay up.
Who's paying that kind of money? Put the baby up for adoption.
How dare you?
Do you even hear yourself right now?
My family is Kat and Daniel now. I need money for them, so I'm not giving you a cent.
Is she really that great?
Of course, she's prettier than you, more graceful, and a great cook.
You're definitely deluding yourself.
How would you know if you've never even met her?
Because she's obviously a trashy woman.
But that's not true. She loves me.
Do you not see how terrible someone must be to have an affair with a married man?
We were in love. It couldn't be helped. If you weren't in the picture, none of this would have been a problem.
Even if Sandra weren't around, Kat would have cheated on you anyway.
Huh?
I looked into her too. That woman has been sleeping around with multiple men.
That's impossible.
Oh, there are plenty of photos as evidence.
Pictures of her entering hotels with handsome men. Lots of them. They're in the cupboard in the living room. Go take a look.
This can't be real. How could this happen?
Daniel might not even be your child.
That's entirely possible.
She wouldn't. She couldn't.
If you want to keep believing in that woman, go ahead, but make sure you pay the alimony.
And child support, too.
Wait, please.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention. You're also going to repay the 30 grand. I consulted with a lawyer and he assured me I'll get it back without any issues.
If you refuse to pay, we'll proceed with a lawsuit immediately. So prepare yourself.
Yeah, there's no way I'll let someone like you who scams people get away with this. You made the mistake of underestimating me.
Wait, please. I've already given all the money to Kat. I don't have a single cent left.
That money better not have already been spent or hidden somewhere. I'm more than ready to investigate.
I don't know, but she isn't answering me anymore. She reads my messages, but she doesn't reply or pick up her phone.
It sounds like she's trying to run away. She probably decided you're no longer useful to her.
No way. Did she swindle me?
Oh, just realizing that now? How pathetic. After betraying others, you end up being betrayed yourself. It's a fitting end for you.
That I've always liked you, she said at the reunion. She probably only got close to you because she knew you worked for a big company and wanted your money.
Exactly. Her I love you was probably just a cover for her greed. It was all about the money.
Mom, Sandra, I've made so many mistakes. I'm truly sorry. Please give me one more chance.
Oh, you're funny. If you were truly sorry, you would have acted sooner. It's far too late now.
And no apology will change anything, and my love for you will never come back. Don't ever show your face to me again.
You have no place to return to anymore. Your belongings are packed and left by the front door. Take them and leave. Wherever you go, it's no concern of mine anymore.
Mom, I'll change. I promise I'll never make such a mistake again. Please, believe me.
Your words are worthless. You've never once shown actions worthy of trust. So why should we expect anything different in the future?
Wake up! I no longer consider you my son, and you have no place in my life. Stay out of my life from now on.
All further communication will go through the lawyer. I have no intention of ever speaking to you directly again.
And just so you know, I've already filed paperwork to disinherit you from the family estate. Don't even dream of touching any inheritance. Don't expect anything from me ever again.
This can't be happening. How did it come to this? What am I supposed to do now?
Dave knelt at the front door, crying and begging, "I'll never betray you again." But my answer was already decided. I had nothing to say except goodbye. I made sure he paid the alimony in full and the child support is deposited monthly. When I learned how much he was struggling to come up with the money, I'll admit, I felt a small sense of satisfaction. Apparently, he still has debts he took on to spoil Kat before they broke up. Their relationship ended in a huge fight, and it turns out the baby wasn't even his. To make matters worse, his reputation at work completely crumbled. The boss who introduced us found out about the divorce and lost all trust in him. He became the subject of gossip, labeled as someone who would deceive his own mother for money. Eventually, he resigned, unable to deal with the shame. Now, he works as a temp with a low salary and spends his days struggling to repay debts. To add insult to injury, Michelle formally disinherited him. The legal process ensured he wouldn't receive a cent of her estate. When she declared, "I no longer have a son," I'll never forget the resolve in her voice. These days, Dave lives alone in a rundown apartment. Rumor has it, he's isolated after neighbors complained about noise. And he even had his electricity cut off in the middle of winter because he couldn't pay the bills. As for me, I'm living a truly happy life. My son, Marcus, is my treasure, and he fills my days with smiles. Michelle, who helps me raise him, has become like a real mother to me. The three of us live in peace, and looking back, my hellish marriage feels like a distant nightmare.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.